Hi guys, good morning. If you're watching this video, my name is Ariante. Please like and subscribe to my channel to grow with me. Today's video I wanted to make is called holding. And holding is to keep or wrap your arms around. It's to keep something in your possession. And I wanted to make this video because a lot of times we don't realize that the cause of all our suffering, or a good deal of our suffering, is our need to hold or to cling on to things. And that starts, everything of course starts on the inside, and then when we hold and cling on to things in the inside, there's a loud airplane, I don't know if you can hear it, but we also hold and cling on to things on the outside. And so to cling on our thoughts, we really can cling on to any thought we want or hold on to any thought we want. And when we decide to keep that thought in our possession, it becomes a memory and it perpetuates. And so a lot of times there are things that have happened to us in the past, or things that happened to us in the near past, distant past, or there are things that are going to happen in the near future or distant future that we choose to hold on and cling to. So whatever we choose to hold or cling to in our mind is how we choose to experience life. Our thoughts create our experience, because really everything that is happening is just here and now. Everything that's happening to us. So when we have thoughts that we cling to, we bring that past to present, or that future to present, and we're experiencing it very real here and now. And so I can cling to my traumas that have happened to me in the past, or times I felt shame, or times I felt distraught or hurt. In my real experience now, I'm going to experience trauma and shame and sadness and depression. I'm going to experience it because all the thoughts I'm clinging on to, or that I bring into the present, are experiences that bring me those feelings or emotions. So just like I can choose to hold on to the painful stuff or the scary parts of what's going to happen in the future, I can also hold on to the wonderful things that have happened in the past, or the wonderful things to happen in the future. And in that way, I would be bringing a happy or grateful energy to my present. But we always have that pendulum that swings both ways, right? So if I choose to cling or hold on to thoughts in the past or future, whether they be positive or negative, I am just holding on to that ability, or I hold the ability to cling or hold on to thoughts, period. But true balance, true equanimity, our true ability to find peace is to release our need to cling and hold in general. So I can say, oh, let's cling on to just the good stuff from the past or the future, and then we'll always be happy here and now too. But there's always going to be that other part of us when we're in our lower self that's going to cling the same way. So the idea or thought behind it is that we completely release in general our need to hold or cling on to any thoughts, period. We don't have to cling. We can just live in the now experience. And of course, this is something, it's a practice to build. It's a practice to grow and learn over time. So there's going to be things that we have to let go of before we can even get there. And one of the ways that I think is so important is affirmations. So you can create an affirmation in yourself that you want. So there are people that literally will go through their life and they just have an affirmation of thank you, I love you. And they keep that affirmation inside of them, and they try to work on saying it as many times in a minute as they can, silently in their head. Just after every experience, after everything that happens, it's just that gratitude, that thank you, I love you. Like, thank you, I love you for this experience. Thank you, I love you for whatever you're showing me, whatever in that moment is showing you. And so when we can create an affirmation, it can be whatever affirmation you want. When I create that affirmation, anytime I go in the past or in the future and I pull a thought that I'm clinging or holding on to, I can instead choose to say, I don't want to think that, and say, thank you, I love you. You know, so to create affirmations, I replace, because energy is here, we can't destroy it, so we can just replace it so that we can ground on something that'll keep us here and present. So anything that happens, any thought that takes me in the past that I choose to bring forward, or in the future I choose to bring forward, any thought that's anywhere else besides here and now, anytime that happens, I can go back to my affirmation of thank you, I love you, or I'm experiencing a beautiful life now. And I can always choose to keep that affirmation, because the affirmation is going to keep me in the present of right now. And it's going to be hard to even build that habit up, as anything else, habits and agreements have to be built. So it's just that constant reminder to remind yourself to do it. And as you learn to do it and you keep doing it, soon it becomes autonomic. And so once it becomes autonomic, we'll naturally be keeping ourselves in the present. It will become a habit to be present, as opposed to clinging or holding on to thoughts from anywhere else in the world or any other time other than now. And so we want to create freedom. And the only way to create mental space and freedom is to learn to release everything that's plaguing us at any moment. Release every thought that we feel. Release anything that comes up from any time besides now. So when we can live in just now and just choose to live and be and experience the now moment, we experience freedom, because there's no thoughts that are holding us. There's no thoughts that are keeping us. There's no thoughts that are telling us what we have to be or pretend to be. And then the same way, we can also release attachments and stop holding and clinging on to things that don't serve us outside of ourselves, because that is just a direct reflection of what's happening inside of us. So of course I'm going to be holding on and clinging on to laziness or relationships that don't serve me, or people that don't serve me, friendships, business relationships, habits, addictions. I'm holding on to all of these because inside of myself, I can't even live in the present and learn to release and stop holding or clinging. So in my life, I'm holding and clinging as well. Holding on to all those old clothes you can't fit because you might be able to fit them one day. Holding on to all these old things that you got here and there because somehow you just can't release them. We have to practice the art of release and stop holding and clinging. So if you're watching this video, I hope that you made it here to the end with me. I am sending you love, light, and whole vibrations, and I hope you guys have an amazing day.